Okay. Welcome to this video on Sankey charts, and I'm going to demonstrate the purpose of the Sankey chart. So the Sankey chart is basically used to represent the flow of information. So you have to import that as a custom visual. So I'll have the Sankey chart here. How to import it? You can import that from the marketplace. So it shows the flow of data from a source, which is on the left side, to the destination, which is on the right side, and in between you have a single KPI which you monitor. So for example, ideally speaking, if you have people moving from one destination to another destination, so you can see how many people are moving between which destinations, but it can also be used for other types of applications that we see right now. So for example, if I want to see the work class as the source and the occupation of the census that as a destination. So here you can see the chart is already showing me the number of rows that goes, for example, from a federal government to each of these occupations, or from state government to each of these occupations. But what I'm more interested in, for example, the capital loss right now. So I'll drag that to the weight column, and I will take that as the average. So see the maximum loss, average capital loss is being given to me by those guys who are in the federal government and are basically handlers and cleaners. So that's the maximum capital loss that I'm incurring. So I need to do something about that. And you can also see the minimum loss, for example, goes from the private sector to admission clerical. That seems to be the minimum loss here. That's like just $47.35, and this is $659. Okay, so it becomes very clear about this thing. Okay, so I can also equate that with the capital gain, and I can take that as the average. So the maximum capital gain is being given to me by self-employed people, self-employed INC, and who are actually from whose occupation is quite professional. So that's the maximum capital gain that I'm getting from this sector, and I can also determine the ones who are the other. I can also equate that with hours per week. So if I put the rate as hours per week and say the average, the average is basically the same. So I'll take the sum here, make it better. So total hours per week, you see the private sector has worked the most. And it seems to me that self-employed INC has worked the least, or maybe the self-employed not INC has worked the least. So it becomes very clear the contribution of each group in this way. Moreover, I can also compare, let's say, gender and education. So if I have gender, and I also have education here. So I can say, for example, I can look at the average age data. So let's see the average age. So you can see that both the males and the females have gone through all the educational levels, and the frequency is almost the same. The age, the average age is almost the same across both males and females. So the average age is 39.67, and here is 38.4. It's almost the same average age for these different populations. So in this way, you can think of, you can think of many, you can also drag hours per week here. Let's see the average hours per week. So it seems that the average hours per week also is almost the same for both males and females. So the age and the average hours per week is almost the same. In this way, you can actually make use of the Sankey chart to understand many things. So I hope that this video is